Afternoon hackers, a new side channel attack may allow a bad actor to keylog you from right beside you with 95% accuracy, along with a new Trojan spyware used for bank fraud in Europe. To start us off, a new study from Cornell University says they can keylog using audio and have 95% accuracy. Using what they call a deep learning based acoustic side channel attack, a bad actor can record you typing and understand what's being typed. A side channel attack is something referring to an attack where you're gaining knowledge of sensitive data based off of monitoring its physical effects during the processing of the data. You can't 100% avoid these attacks if it even is to happen, although there are some real issues with this. Side channel attacks can have real dangers. One notable example of an ASCA attack is researched by a group of people in 2014 who demonstrated the ability to steal encryption keys using a smartphone's microphone. The attack, known as RSA key extraction via low bandwidth acoustic cryptanalysis, exploited the sound emitted by a computer as it performed cryptographic operations. That sound could then be picked up by nearby people's smartphones. As you could understand, this is an issue, but back to the main story. The researchers did 36 experiments with the Apple MacBook Pro, and each key being pressed at least 25 times in a row, varying in pressure, and using an iPhone to record the audio. They then processed that audio via a Mel spectrogram, a deep learning model for audio to estimate the keys that were pressed. In other news, the US, the UK, and many other countries announced a collaboration to fight 2022's most commonly exploited vulnerabilities. This is after they said, quote, to help organizations better understand the impact exploitation could have on their systems in a recent announcement. Basically, they were referring to outdated systems and companies delaying to implement proper security measures or updating servers. They provided a list of some common vulnerabilities, one being one we all know about, which is CVE 2021-44-22-8, also known as Log4Shell. For the people who don't know, Log4Shell was a critical vulnerability that allowed a user to run code from logs loaded from an LDAP server when message lookup substitution was enabled. As you could assume, this is an issue. The US and other countries urge organizations to report unusual activity, saying organizations should share information about their incidents and unusual cyber activity within their respective. Do you guys think this is worth their time, or will it end up going nowhere? Next up, we also have European bank customers are being targeted in a SpyNote Android Trojan campaign. European customers of different banks are now being targeted by an Android Trojan named SpyNote that has been seen all over the world. This Trojan, known to have rat capabilities, was first detected in July and spreads through phishing attacks, specifically email and SMS. What makes SpyNote stand out from the rest is how it can both perform bank fraud and spy on the user at the same time. It started with some dumb messages via SMS asking users to install a banking app by clicking a link, sending the user to a real TeamViewer app on the Google Play Store. The bad actor then calls impersonating bank operators and does the transaction directly on the victim's phone. The goal is to use TeamViewer to gain remote access. TeamViewer has been used in the past for many attacks like this, commonly with Indian scammers. Or more notable, when a bad actor used TeamViewer to attack and gain access to a US water treatment plant to modify sodium hydroxide chemical levels in the water. This was huge whenever it came out. This was just out of proportions. This was crazy. If it is seriously that easy to modify our chemical levels in our water, then what's going on? Where's our security at as a nation? I don't know, seems a little sketchy to me. Just overall, don't trust any text messages or emails or anything like that unless you can verify the sender. But overall, that is it for all of the recent cybersecurity news, and if you like these kinds of videos, I recommend you like and subscribe. It helps me, it shows me that you like these kinds of videos, and I'll see you guys in the next video.